'cause the light's just around the corner. Life must go on.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial showing you guys how to install the goddess braids. So basically these are Boho Box Braids and they are crochet hair. So I'm just showing you guys a few items that came in the package. So it does come with the little hair accessories. It came with the crochet needle and also a pair of clips, and the total number of hair that were in this package, well, the total packets, those small packets that you're seeing there, I had 8 of those total, and I'm going to show you what the hair looks like now. Alright, so like I said, it's a crochet braid and they're individual crochet braids. These are in the color 1B and I believe these are 14 inches or 12 inches. I don't even remember, but I'll put that in the description box down below. So it starts off with a twist, maybe about an inch or half an inch, and then it braids all the way down, and then there are some ends sticking out, some pieces sticking out that are curly, and the end is also curly as well. It's a really beautiful braid. I love the look of it, and I decided that I was gonna give it a try. This was actually sent to me by a company. You know, they just hit me up, asked me if I was interested, and so I have received this hair, and this is what was on the outside of the packaging. Now you guys know the deal for this section. I'm gonna just speed it up. It's the same thing I did every time. Whenever you're doing a protective hairstyle, always protect your own hair beneath. So I'm just adding some additional hair moisturizer to my hair. It was washed the previous day and it was already moisturized. And I also like to use leave-in conditioner in my hair whenever I'm doing any form of protective style. As a matter of fact, whenever I do any form of wash, I always use some form of leave-in conditioner or hair mask or something to the sort. Now I'm just sectioning off the hair. The front part will be separated from the back, and I'm going to slow it down a bit so I can explain to you what's happening. So for the front section, I'm making some small squares, and I'm using the hair jam, and I'm going to be adding that to just the root section of my hair to smooth it and to give it some sheen. The hair is already detangled, and now I am going to make some small braids with my own hair. So the first braid is going to be joined into the second braid, and the second into the third, and so on. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So the braid is going to go halfway down. Once I get to about halfway, then I'm going to do the installation. So I actually have a couple of lessons for you guys in this tutorial, so please take note. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with the counts, but if I made an error and I repeat a number or whatever the case is, you know, you can just do your own count to follow up on what is going on. So my first lesson to you is, whenever you have received any item or if you have purchased any item that you're going to be using for your hair, always do some checks to ensure the credibility of the product that you'll be using. As you guys can see, this latch hook, the crochet needle that came with the package, I had some challenges with it. At one point I thought I was going to rip a section of my hair out, but it's a good thing I have a backup one. It looks identical. But this is my good old faithful Ginny. I've used it every time and it never failed me. So I had to draw back for it this time around. I wasn't willing to take the chance with the one that came in the package, even though I did get it free eventually. So I'm sticking to the evil that I know. So that's lesson number 1. Always check the product that you're going to be using, you know, just to make sure that it works. Alright, so I have another lesson for you. I don't know if you guys noticed what happened just now or noticed the way that I installed the hair. I actually did it wrong. I got away with it because the section of the hair right there to my edges is really thin, so the error that I made is not really visible. But once I do it the second time around, it's definitely going to be visible because the hair is much thicker, so I won't get away with what I did first. So let me show you exactly what is going on. So I'm repeating the same thing that I did with the first one, adding some jam to the hair, my hair, to the root areas, and now I'm going to be braiding this hair halfway down. I'm grabbing the end of the first braid and I'm incorporating into the second braid. Once I'm done with the second braid, I'm going to continue the same trend and I'm going to do the same thing with the third braid. I don't think there's a third braid for this part right here, but as I get closer to the middle section of my hair, I will end up with 3 and 4 boxes in the front before I join them to the back. Alright, so here's the error that I made. So if you notice, I pushed the crochet needle from the front going towards the back. By doing that, when I push the needle, pull the needle out and pull my own hair through, notice what happened? My hair falls to the front and the braiding hair to the back. Now that's the opposite of what you want to achieve. The braiding hair should fall to the front and your natural hair end should fall to the back. So to prevent that from happening, you're going to push the crochet needle from the back going towards the front. That way, once you close the latch and you pull it through, and then you put the needle through the hoop of the braiding hair, grab your own hair end, then your hair end will go to the back and the braiding hair will fall to the front where it's supposed to. So that is lesson number 2. I just wanted to share these little mistakes with you guys. I wasn't about to edit them out. In case you're planning on doing these braids for yourself, and if you want to try this new method that I have discovered, I saw it on YouTube and I decided I was going to try. So I'm just showing you guys all the errors that I made in this hairstyle, so that if you're going to be doing it, then you can avoid some of these errors. Now for the back section, as I said, the ones that I did in the front with the little squares, those are going to be braided all the way down to the back. Now for that first one only, instead of just going down, I'm actually going right across the nape of my nape of my neck, and I'm going to bring that all the way across to the right side going towards my ear area. Now I'm just speeding up this section because y'all know the deal. You already know how to braid, and if you don't, I have other videos on my channel which shows, you know, the actual braiding process step by step. Or if you guys want me to do a separate video showing you how to cornrow or braid, 3-strand plait, whatever you want to call it, I can do that. You can comment down below and let me know. But anyway, this is what the first braid looks like, and I also did a second braid down as well because I've completed a second row on the front. So now I'm going to show you guys another thing to note, lesson number 3 in this tutorial. So I'm going to open a new pack of braid and I'm going to show you the reason why. So if you notice, I definitely don't have 15 strands in my hair as yet, but this is the reason for opening a new pack. Do you notice how big that braid is and how small the other one is? So I'm using the smaller ones to the front of my hair, so to the edge areas. The hair lining is usually thin. Well, for me, my hair lining is really thin, and the hair to the edge of my head, those sections are usually really thin and really light, so it's only fitting to use the braids that are smaller so that it looks more natural and you guys can see that it definitely looks as if it's coming from my scalp. Alright, moving on to lesson number 4. So as you can see, the crochet needle kind of look crossway, diagonal section. That's not gonna work. Now when you push the crochet needle through, whichever direction the needle goes through the hair, that's the direction that the braid is going to turn. So I wanted this to fall to the front, but notice how it lays to my right side. So the needle, I had to pull that out. So this is what I did first. That's the wrong way to do it. You're actually going to push the needle to the direction you want the hair to fall. So it's from the back straight to the front, and by doing that, the hair will fall directly to the front. So bear in mind, whichever end the crochet needle comes out through when you're putting it beneath your hair, that is the direction that the braiding hair will fall once you're done. Notice how it falls to the front now. So that's the exact way to do it if you want your hair to fall in that direction. Alright, so I have completed the entire front section, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going to join the ends of those hair, all of those pieces of hair that I have left out from the small boxes that I made in the front. I'm now going to join everything in the back, making some cornrows all the way down. And I'm going to join the ends of the cornrows with each other. I'm going to have them meet each other as much as possible. That means I have less strands of hair at the back when I'm done to tuck away. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have watched my video thus far and you like my content, please subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. Also remember to turn on your post notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And also remember to like this video and to share with a friend and to tell a friend to share as well. Alright, so as you guys can see, these are the braiding hair that I'm doing all the way down to the back. I'm braiding my own hair, and like I said before, I'm joining the ends whenever I can. So right there, these are 3 cornrows joined with 1. Now if it gets too thick, you don't want to continue joining because it's going to be too bulky at the back. So what I did with the ends to put them away is basically to crochet them, pull them through the braid using a crochet needle. So I just put the needle beneath the cornrows, close the latch and pull the hair through, and I continue doing this until there is no end left to pull through. Alright, and this will make the hair as flat as possible. Now another option that you could have used was to simply go ahead and use a needle and sewing thread, and you could just stitch those down and that will give you a better hold. So the hair do sometimes stick out when you use this option, especially if you're going to be wearing the hair for a long time. Alright, so now on to lesson number 5. Do you see how the what should I say, the hoops are showing on that side when I flip it upwards? Now if you're going to be doing this hairstyle and you want to wear the hair upwards, I'm going to show you the error that I made in getting it that way. Alright, so on this side, the hoops are actually on the side inside. Alright, let me say that again. So on my right side, the hoops that are made, or the knots, are actually on the inside when I flip the hair up, and this is how I achieved it. So the crochet needle should be pushed from the bottom upwards. Once you do that, the knot is going to be on the inside. So if you desire to wear the hair up, then the knot will not be visible. Alright, notice how all the knots are actually on the inside. So if you should hold the hair up towards, for a ponytail, then those knots will not be showing. Also, the cornrows will not be showing. That's the reason for doing the first one all the way across instead of doing them down. Alright, so this is what the braids are looking like. I'm going to finish up my makeup and I'll be back to wrap up the tutorial. Alright you guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and add some oil to my hair scalp. Now for this section, you can actually do this before you start the whole braiding process. That way is easier to maneuver and you don't have to worry about lifting the hair and getting them out of the way or getting oil onto sections that you don't want to get oil onto. So I guess that's lesson number 5, if you wish to call it that. But anyway, moving on, I'm adding some mousse to the hair. This is going to give the hair some additional sheen. This is also going to add a little bit of life to the curls, make the curls pop a little bit more, and it's also going to make the hair a tad bit softer because the mousse is not something that has a hole to it. And now I'm just adding the accessories that I received in this package to the hair. Once that is done, I'm going to do my edges using the Eco Styling Gel, and this is argan oil. I believe this is a max hold, 10 hold it is. Alright, so nothing extra with the edges. I was actually trying to do a little curve, swoop, to-doop, thingy-majig. That didn't work out for me. I've never been successful in trying to attempt, in attempting any of these curly edges thingy. I guess if I tried hard enough, I can actually do it, but I'm just going to stick to what I know. I wasn't liking that little curvy, swervy thingy there, so I just stick to my regular edges. And again, this part is optional, it's totally up to you. But of course, when you do your edges like this, I think it does make the hair a little bit brighter. Now let me show you a close-up, guys, of what the hair looks like. It does look as if braids are coming out of my scalp. You guys can't tell me that these aren't individual braids that I installed. It actually looks realistic. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope that the information shared with you will be meaningful, and if you want to do this tutorial, I hope these actually help you to make a better one. But this is it, you guys. This is the final look. Please comment down below, let me know what you guys think of this hairstyle. Don't forget to like this video and to share with a friend. And thanks for everyone who has already subscribed. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.